What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week of Littleroot laddering. So we're continuing on this week playing Shadow Giraffe's really sick Kyogre team here. I can't remember who it was. I was going to play... there was a Kyogre Ludicolo team that someone posted on Discord, and I can't remember exactly who it was. So if that was you, I'm sorry. But then I saw this. And not only does it have Ludicolo, which I really liked about the other team, it also has 4 other mons that just don't see play. So, like, I'm already super interested. So, let's start out here at the top. We have Citrus Berry Flame Body Moltres. This is not the Moltres I would anticipate running into in VGC. So I'm very excited to try this out, especially since we are pairing it with Kyogre. So, like, we have 100% accurate Hurricanes. But, like, also, there's just going to be end games where we can hit a Heat Wave, or on the lead where we can go for a Heat Wave or whatever, and it's just fine because rain is not up. So I'm interested in seeing just how much this damage, like, this Moltres can actually do, how much damage it actually can accomplish, and if it's worth actually playing. You know, Flame Body is a very good ability. We've seen it on Volcarona, and as a result, like, it seems like it's fine. Because Burn is very good, and that's why Sableye here is also very good, seeing how we have Prankster Will-O-Wisp to be able to annoy our opponent to death, as well as Encore, which I did not realize Sableye actually had access to, so that's really sweet. We also have Quash here to really just annoy our opponents and to prevent them from actually getting to do what they want to if they are faster than us. Or even if, like, Trick Room is up and they are slower than us, then we just, again, say, nah, let's not do that and do what I want to instead. And then we have Foul Play here as, like, our damaging attack. So that's pretty great as well. Safety Goggles means that we don't care about, like, redirection from Amoonguss. We don't care about Spore. There's a lot of things about this Sableye I'm a big fan of, so I'm interested in seeing how it fares in this format as well. And then we have Tapu Koko here. Thunder to be able to pair with Kyogre. This is, like, very similar to Regieleki, except we're a little slower, but as a result, we're also much bulkier than Eleki would be. We still do fold to, like, a ham sandwich, so that is one of my big complaints about Koko historically, is you have all this physical offensive pressure, but you're not able to fully utilize it based on your move pool. And as a result, like, that takes away from your other stats as well, because, like, then that's 120 or so base stat total that's not being used in whatever stats you really need it in. And as a result, it takes away from, you know, your overall strength of a Pokemon. So even though you have a base stat of 650 or whatever Tapu Koko is, I don't know off the top of my head, 600 maybe. It's really hard to actually justify using it because there's very little justifiable move pool. There's very few justifiable moves in its move pool to use it. So I'm interested in trying this out, seeing how Thunder really pairs well with Drizzle here. And then we have Electro Web as our main form of speed control, to be 100% honest with you. And then Dazzling Gleam is just Fairy Stab as well. So I'm interested in trying this out to see how well it actually works out here. And let's see, now we have Ludicolo here with what honestly I anticipated being Assault Vest, and we have Scald, Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Fake Out. But we're just opting in for Swift Swim, Life Orb. Not really surprised by having Swift Swim here with Kyogre. That's, like, the big reason to run it. But being able to have just 4 attacks, have Fake Out Pressure, being able to really punish your opponents in ways that you couldn't otherwise with Kyogre partners is very interesting. I'm excited to try this out. I'm very excited to try Ludicolo out in this format, and hopefully this is a very good team to be able to utilize that. And last but not least, we have Escavalier. Not a mon I've ever actually played with, I don't think, but a mon I've played against quite a bit in various draft leagues and on ladder and everything else. So we have Overcoat here, so we don't care about Spore move, the powder moves such as Spore and Rage Powder as well. We have Assault Vest, so we have extra bulk. This is, like, a very good Trick Room answer in this format. So we have Close Combat for, like, the Stack Attack is running around. And because, we are 4 times weak to fire, we also have Kyogre here to partner with it very well. This is something that we've seen in other formats with like Politoed and Scizor as well. I know that's something that Carl and myself have both played historically. So I'm excited to see exactly how this team fares. Encore is very cool on Sableye. There's a lot of really interesting pieces on this team, and I'm excited to see how well those pieces actually form a picture together. Let's see if this can actually be a good team to actually play. So let's get paired up here for game number 1, and we will be right back with that. What do we got here for game number 1? Xerneas with Blastoise. Very cool. Past that, it's pretty standard Xerneas team. You have Rillaboom, Ensign, Eliki, Volcarona. Nothing really too surprising here. I'm really interested in this Blastoise. So let's see. I think I really like Sableye and Escavalier here. I think Coco is probably enough to incentivize them not to bring Blastoise, but I could be wrong about that. I think I want to just lead Kyogre, Ludicolo. If they lead Xerneas, we can go Fake Out into Xerneas plus Water Spout, and that would be pretty okay. I think Escavalier is really important in this game, and I think I like Sableye. If they get a Geomancy up, going for a Quash into it, and then doing a ton of damage with a Escavalier into it as well seems pretty okay by me. I have a feeling that based on the team that we have, they're going to bring Kyogre, they're going to bring... not Kyogre, they're going to bring Rillaboom, Xerneas, Ensign, Eliki, if I was to guess. Maybe Blastoise Eliki up front. Okay. I'm pretty okay with this. Unfortunately, Ludicolo does not outspeed Eliki under Rain, which is one of the big reasons Carl and I kind of stopped looking at it. By Carl and I mean mostly Carl. I'm going to go for the Fake Out into Eliki. I am just going to click Water Spout here. It's in the Rain, it's Mystic Water boosted, it's going to do a ton to this Blastoise. Alright, no Protect. That's good. Real solid damage there into the Eliki. I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam, presumably into Ludi. Okay. And Water Spout should pick up the Eliki. And just casually 60% to the Blastoise. So Energy Ball is going to be able to pick it up this next turn. I bet this is... Oh, Rain Dish. Interesting. I bet Energy Ball still picks that up, even if they're Assault Vest, based on the amount of damage we did there. Based on the damage we did there, I don't think they are Assault Vest. I could see this being, it's just Xerneas coming out. Well, that doesn't really care for a Water Spout, to be honest with you. I could just Scald plus Water Spout into the Xerneas. I think picking up this Blastoise is also fine, though. If they want to target down my Ludi, I'm pretty okay with this. Yeah, they're gonna protect the Xerneas. That's fine. Energy Ball should pick up the Blastoise. It does. Cool. So the question is what is your last? It's even based on this, sure, they have Xerneas and it's in pretty much uncontested. But Ludicolo is going to be able to put on a fair amount of pressure here. It's just Volcarona is their last. Well, Ludicolo doesn't care about Rage Powder. And Water Spout doesn't care about Rage Powder, so I'm just going to double here. Yeah, we'll go for a Rain Boosted Scald. We'll go for a Water Spout. Scald should go before Xerneas, so we're going to be able to get that in before they get their special defense boosts. And then Water Spout is going to crit, so we're going to pick up the Xerneas this turn. That's my call. I could also see Struggle Bug come out from this Volcarona. But at this point, I don't think we really care about anything they have going on. I think we're so far ahead that it literally does not matter. Because like if they knock out my Ludicolo here, I just bring out Sableye and we quash the Xerneas plus Water Spout again. Yep, Ludicolo doesn't care. Good lord, Ludi, calm down, my dude. It's actually really good damage. Dazzling Gleam is going to pick up the Ludi, so that's also fine. And then Water Spout should pick up the Xerneas here. Sick. Quick 3-turn game. And, like, honestly, it was all basically on the back of Ludicolo there. Like, it really was, like, the all-star of this game. Having access to Fake Out there so, like, the Eliki wasn't able to do anything. Picking up the KO on the Blastoise so it couldn't do anything. And then outspeeding the Xerneas and being Grass type to be able to ignore the Rage Charter is also just real good. Not actually something I thought about until, exactly this matchup. So, nothing really surprising there. I'm really surprised that they didn't bring out Rillaboom there. Rillaboom, honestly, I think you could leave Volcarona at home. And, like, if you're going to try to do Xerneas things, you just do it on the turn where Rillaboom switches in and you go for a Fake Out. Eerie Impulse. Really glad we dealt with this when we did. Safety Goggles, not really surprising by this. And they're actually Scarf. Interesting. Very cool. Scarf Blastoise. I'm a fan. Obviously, like, it didn't really do a lot there to us, but I think there are definitely matchups where that could be very useful. The problem is like, obviously, you don't outspeed Eliki, and you aren't going to outpace Kyogre. You aren't going to outpace Rillaboom, so it seems like a hard sell for me overall, but it's cool. So we have Torn Ogre. We also have Serena, Ensign, Zapdos, and Ferrothorn. So on paper, I really like Coco. I like Sableye. I like Ludicolo. I like Escavalier. I like Moltres. Basically, I don't really care for Kyogre here. So I think it's actually fine to leave home and, like, bank on our opponent bringing it if we want to do Ludi things. I think because they have Serena, I'm fine leaving Sableye at home as well. So I think my lead is going to be, like, Coco plus Ludi here. We can go Fake Out plus, Electro Web into them. Or Thunder their Kyogre. And if they're going to set Rain, then Escavalier is pretty safe here in the end game. Them having double Grass types means that Moltres looks really appealing, so if we can stall out the Rain. And even if we don't, then we just have Hurricane to hit them as well. I think I'm fine leaving Kyogre at home. I feel pretty safe about this. Like, it's really hard to justify not bringing your Restricted, but I think this is a matchup where it's completely fine not to. Okay. So, Serena, Torn. I'm pretty okay with this as a lead. We can Ice Beam the Serena and Electro Web here. We could also switch Ludi out into Moltres. Moltres is going to bait them to bring out Kyogre if we do that. And I think that's actually pretty okay. The question is, I think I just want to Electro Web here. This is going to slow them down. So even if they do set Tailwind here, I'm pretty okay with this. I think preserving Ludi to be able to deal with their potential Kyogre in the endgame is good. No Protects coming out. Wonder if this is Icy Wind. Really good damage into the Tornadus. Are you Sash? Are you Citrus? You could be Life Orb. Question is, what does Serena go for? I could see like Grassy Glide. They are Life Orb. Okay. It's just going to be a U-turn off of Moltres. I'm assuming this is... Oh, we get the burn. Flame Body coming in huge there. Burning the Serena is really good for us. So, like, this is obviously very good for them because now they get a free switch into Kyogre here. They are now faster than me and can click Tailwind plus Water Spout this turn. So I think my play... So I want Ludi to come back in. I want to get rid of this speed drop on Coco, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I could protect Moltres plus switch out Coco. But then what? Honestly, I think I'm fine letting Moltres go down. Like, getting that burn onto Serena is kind of enough to justify bringing it. Based on the information I have right now, I'm feeling okay about letting Moltres go down. They're just going to go for Water Spout and probably Icy Wind here as well. Ludi takes that pretty okay. The problem is they're also going to drop our speed again. Miss my Ludi. Miss my Ludi. Oh! Ludi, you're insane. I think I'm going to click Hurricane, and I'm going to... What are the odds they protect Kyogre? Non-zero? I could fake out into Tornadus. Because I don't think Tornadus is going to have Protect. They could also switch out Tornadus into Serena. I think they protect Kyogre. I think I'm going to double the Torn slot. I think this could be throwing. Yep, I threw hard. I could have done real good damage here to the Kyogre. I could have got a fake out off into it. I wonder if that's Specs. I don't think so. Like, sure, I pick up the Tornadus, but like, what does this accomplish? And I don't think reading into a Protector is unreasonable. I also think Escavalier can actually live one of these based on the amount that Ludi is taking from it. So bringing out... Yeah, they're going to bring out Serena. This is fine because I can just like Mega Horn that slot. And I can Energy Ball into the Kyogre. I could also knock off into the Kyogre. Get rid of its Mystic Water. The problem is it's still going to outspeed me. Oh, had we just gone for Energy Ball, I think we were in this game. Yeah, because now they Helping Hand. The Water Spout should take out Ludi now. It actually picks up Escavalier too. I was really hoping that, oh, they crit Escavalier. Okay. So, I don't feel bad for how I played this game. Like, obviously, I think because we have Sableye, they're incentivized not... I think they're incentivized to bring Serena. Which means I really want to bring... So, like, what are my outs here? Double Protect to stall out the last turn of Tailwind. Stall out these last two turns of Tailwind. Like, I don't really see a way back in this. So my out here is Double Protect into Thunder Hit. But it's not going to be terrain boosted. It's not going to be... And if there's Scarf, then like this really doesn't matter. Because they're still going to outspeed me. So like reading into the Protect I don't think is terrible. It's pretty bad if they're Scarf. Which I think we can infer by the fact that they were faster than their Tornadus, but at the same time, I could see them being slow Tornadus since they are Life Orb as well. But I think because you're Life Orb, you want to be a faster variant. I would rather be like fast plus damage as opposed to Life Orb plus bulk. And they're gonna withdraw Kyogre. I can't beat through a Ferrothorn. There's no way I can beat through a Ferrothorn. Like, this is fine. They reset the rain for me. And this is... The way they've played this makes me think they're Scarf. So, like, we're dead to Gyro Ball. Like, Gyro Ball from the Pharaoh picks up here. I'd be very surprised if that's not the case. Show me Scarf so I can say I played this game okay. I think it's safe to assume at this point most Kyogres are Scarf, and as a result, I think reading into that Protect is incorrect. So if I read into them protecting, if I read into them being Scarf, what is my play? They are Scarf. Okay, so what is the play now that I know they're Scarf? I can Hurricane plus Fake Out into the Kyogre. That would do decent chip into it and allow the Water Spouts to not be as powerful, which would then let Ludi potentially live another one. And like, once... I don't really care about this Kyogre. I don't really care about this Tornadus. Like, sure, it does okay damage, and like, the fact that they have Hurricane is actually really scary for Ludi. Especially since they would then outspeed me. So, what is the play? They were at -1 because of Electro Web. So, under Tailwind, they would get to 378 times 2/3 is like 2 something. So they probably still outspeed Ludi without doing the math. I don't know what the correct play there was. It's really close, but I don't. The fact that they are Life Orb with Hurricane and Choice Scarf means I really don't have a solid way of. I think the correct play was swapping out Moltres and protecting Coco, and then Fake Out plus Thunder the Kyogre. I think that's probably my best bet, or Fake Out plus Electro Web, which would then let... No, Ludi would still be slower. There's 156, under Tailwind is still 312, which outspeeds Ludi under... So yeah, I think it's exactly Fake Out plus Thunder into the Kyogre. It's really close, and I think after analyzing it, that's probably the correct play. This is why I really wish we had a best of 3 ladders, like, so I could actually evaluate the decisions I make in game 1 to translate over to game 2 and 3. But I'm fine playing best of 1. I would much prefer best of 3. Interesting. So we have Cali Ice with Torkoal. That's really bad for Escavalier, but I think Sableye looks really appealing here. Sableye just to stop their shenanigans is pretty great. I like Kyogre, I like Escavalier, and I think I like Moltres. I'm thinking like Sableye, Moltres up front with Kyogre and Escavalier in the back. I think this is fine. Let's see what opponent is doing. So Cali Ice, Torkoal, Lurantis, Amoonguss. It's gonna be Goth Cali. Okay. So I can protect plus I can protect plus Will-O-Wisp. And then next turn I can Encore the Gothitelle into Fake Out. And Quash. No, I can Encore plus Hurricane. They just go for Glacial Lance. Okay. Wonder if they expected a taunt there. Alright. So now I can Encore the Goth. And I can Hurricane the Cali here. Okay, Cali protects. That's also fine. Because now I can Encore them into Protect. Like, honestly, Encore is kind of insane here. So now they're probably going to switch Gothitelle out. And I can Encore the Calyrex. And just Hurricane here. I just don't want to trigger a policy. Honestly, triggering a policy and then foul playing doesn't seem the worst into Calyrex. I can also foul play into the Gothitelle at some point too. I'm gonna bring out Torkoal. That's really bad for my Hurricanes, but really good for my Heat Waves. You get an Encore, and you get an Encore. That's really good damage. Alright, so Calyrex protects this turn. So that means we can Foul Play plus... I kind of want to Heat Wave this turn. I can also switch Moltres out into Kyogre. I think that's fine. Because this is going to then reduce the damage from any potential, like, eruptions from the Torkoal that would try to take out my Sableye. Yep, Cali is forced to protect. And, like, the fact that I've shown them Encore means that they just never want to click. They have Lava Plume. I wonder if that's a way to trigger policy. That's what that seems like to me. Like, they get this burn on Sableye, and that's annoying, but not the end of the world. So now... Sableye has been so good this game. I cannot believe how good Sableye has been for us. So we'll Foul Play into this slot, and we'll click Water Spout. This is like a base 140 Water Spout or whatever. Probably a little more. I would be very surprised not to see the Torkoal withdraw. They do. Okay. Is this Goth? It is. They protect. They get the double. That's fine. Their Encore is over this turn. We don't pick up the Goth. Interesting. But we have a Foul Play into that slot. Citrus. Foul Play probably doesn't pick up the KO. Not quite. Good damage, but not quite a KO. And Calyrex is just, like, slowly losing this game by itself. Their Encore is over, but I can just Encore them. Just stop it. And then I'm going to swap out here for Moltres. Oh, yeah, they have Shadow Tech. That's right. I mean, they don't want to click Fake Out. Because if they click Fake Out, I just Encore them next turn. Really? Opponent, you know what happens from this, right? This is so obnoxious. This is so obnoxious. Now it doesn't really matter what Goth does. If they swap out, I foul play that slot. If they stay in, they go down to Water Spout. Like, Calyrex should go down to a Water Spout from this range anyway, even in Sun, I would think. Like, having a base 150 special attack is just absurd. Alright, Callie's going out into Torkoal. Yep. Sableye has been absurd this game. Absolutely absurd. As we pick up a double. Take that, Torkoal. Think you can have weather control. That's absurd. Kyogre's so good. Alright, so this should be Calyrex coming in. So we can Water Spout. Obviously it's Calyrex coming in. It's really late, guys. And Lurantis. I can just go for a Will-O-Wisp into it. That's a really good shiny. I've never seen that before. I've never seen shiny Lurantis. I'm kinda in love. And then yeah, I'll just click Water Spout. That should pick up the Calyrex, so I don't have to worry about a Glacial Lance coming out. Sableye just single-handedly carried us this game. I am all for it. No, Sableye, no! Why would you do this to me? Please don't attack my Sableye. If you do, it's like fine and I'll be sad. Alright, they're just gonna target down my Kyogre. That's fine because now I get to bring out Moltres and click Heat Wave in the Sun. And I can still go for a burn. I can also Encore you into Leaf Blade, which is like whatever. I don't really care about Leaf Blade with the mons that I have left. So yeah, I think just Encoring here is fine, and then we'll click Heat Wave. If they want to Protect, then they're gonna get Encored into Protect next turn. Sableye was so good. Absolutely insane this game. Sableye, you trooper. You rest easy, my sweet prince. Princess. My bad. I wasn't sure about the gender, guys. So now I can Mega Horn, and I can Heat Wave, and eventually we'll hit it. Alright, opponent's gonna let us finish this game out. Sweet. Guys, this team's really fun. I kinda really appreciate everything going on with this team. Moltres was pretty good this last game. Obviously, we didn't get to really show it off just because, like Sableye kind of ran away with the game. Sableye was absurd. Yeah, just this team's great. Ludi single-handedly won us game 1. Sableye single-handedly won us game 3. And you know, what else can you really say? So that is gonna be it, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pick this team up while it's available. And we'll see you later this week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.